Okay, so we're back and we're going to talk about the weekly modules. I organized the class into these weekly modules so that it'll be easy for you to find everything that's due in a given week, even if it's not going to be submitted in an assignment box or as an assessment. It'll appear in the weekly module, unlike the assignments list that's on the homepage. So there are two kinds of assignments that are due every week: quizzes and what I call pick a task. Let's start with the quizzes. So there are 10 weekly quizzes because I divided the quarter into 10 weeks. Right now we're in 0 week, which will take us through September 25th. I'm sorry, through September 25th. Week 1 officially begins on September 26th, and then we will finish up class. The last day of official class will be December 4th. So I divided the class into 10 weeks. Every week you'll have a quiz, and every week you'll complete a pick a task. So the quizzes will always be 25 items and always worth 25 points. They're always based on whatever chapters, videos, and lectures are being covered that week. You can find the due dates for the quizzes either on the assignments list. If you click on the word calendar, you'll see a calendar and it'll show you the things that are due. You can find it on the syllabus. I'll show that to you in a little bit later. It's really hard not to be able to find the quiz due dates. They're always due on Wednesdays. They're always due at Wednesdays at 11:59 p.m. So you've got a good system going that you'll always have quizzes due Wednesdays at 11:59 p.m. I've created a printable version of every quiz, and I've already loaded them into the classroom. So if you look at the modules, which I just clicked on the button over here that says modules, I'm in student view, so I can kind of show you what it looks like for you guys. I think I'm in student view, maybe not. Anyway, so what I've done is divided the class into this start here week, which is the week we're in right now. Then we've got week 1, 2, and so on. So in week 1, we can see I've got a header called weekly quiz, and then I've got a printable quiz, and I've got quiz 1. Printable quiz, you want to open it. It's an RTF file, so it should be openable in all software. One of the downsides of using Internet Explorer as your browser with Canvas is that it gives you these only secure content is displayed warnings a lot, whereas Chrome and Firefox don't do that. Okay, so what it's trying to load here in the big part here is a preview. Previews can't be printed. You actually have to come over here to the link, click on the link, and again I'm going to get another box and it wants to know, do I really want to download it? So I click open, and now it's going to open in my Microsoft Word, and now I can print this. So this document is 2 pages long, and it contains all the actual quiz questions in the order that they will appear on the quiz when you go to take it. The point of these quizzes is to keep you studying, moving through the chapters, so it's completely open book. You have access to these. All these printable quizzes are available now. All the actual quizzes are available right now, so if you want to work ahead, you're welcome to do that. So print these out, keep them with you while you study, and as you read the text, watch the videos, listen to my PowerPoint lectures, you'll be able to mark your answers because you'll be encountering them as you go. Once you've got them all marked, then you can open the actual quiz, enter your answers, and save it, and you're done. You only get 1 attempt on these quizzes. You can open them multiple times, but you only get to hit submit once. Once you hit submit, you can't take it again. There's a hard deadline on the quizzes. Every Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. the quiz for that week is due. You will literally be locked out at 11:59. If you've got the quiz in progress, if you're still in the process of answering questions when 11:59 passes, any additional questions that you mark won't be recorded by the system. So it's a hard deadline. So I'd like to just mention that my computer's time, my phone's time, I rely on them very heavily. I assume they're right, but they might not necessarily correspond with Canvas's time. They're all supposed to probably be queuing off the same atomic clock or whatever in Colorado, but the truth of the matter is I would recommend getting your quiz submitted before 11:59 p.m. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to be thinking there's still time when there really is no time. I would, if it were me, I would allot myself at least a half an hour to, get in there, click it, and get out. I recommend, printing the printable versions, just because why sit there with your browser open trying to find the answers to questions when you can just go ahead and print it and, read more at your leisure and like that. So, and you can make actual physical marks on your quiz and like that. And then all you have to do is go back in and click the answers as you go, and then you're only logged on for a couple minutes. Don't use your smartphone or iTouch or any tablet or something like that for any kind of assessment, because those things are very unreliable. I'll get to that more in the lecture on exams. Every Thursday after the deadline has passed for the quiz, I'll come back into the classroom and release the feedback for the quiz. So you won't know you'll know your score as soon as you submit your quiz, but you won't know which ones you've missed and which ones you've gotten right until I release the feedback. So every Thursday I release feedback. So print out your weekly quiz, do your reading. I recommend that you listen to my PowerPoint lectures and watch the different videos that I've assigned. If you want to, you can go to the publisher's website and practice with the quizzes there. Those quizzes give you instant feedback, so it kind of gets you in the right frame of mind, knowing whether you're interpreting questions correctly and stuff. There's also flashcards and things there. So the publisher, and it's all completely free. You don't even have to register for it. You can just use it. So it's pretty awesome website. And so they're due by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesdays, and I really rarely give makeups on quizzes because they're open and completely available up to their deadline. If you make the decision to wait till the last day to take the exam and the quiz, and something interferes with you completing it, that's kind of on you. And so I don't usually give makeups. You need to manage your time. You need to get your work done on time. And I really don't give many makeups. But I do have a dire circumstances qualification for that. And I'll talk about that in the lecture on midterms. All right, so that completes my lecture on quizzes. I'll just point out back in the module, which takes a second to load for some reason. I'm having difficulty getting it to go. A couple of times today it's just sat here and been a blank screen. So hopefully it'll launch back. But when you're ready to take the quiz, now you click on the link that says quiz, not the one that says printable quiz, and then you can actually complete it. If you open the quiz and then close it, you're fine. The quizzes aren't, they're what we call untimed, which means you can have it open for any unlimited amount of time. The midterms are timed. The quizzes, see how it says no time limit? It has a due date down here, right? But it says no time limit, which means it doesn't matter how long you have it open, but it needs to be submitted no later than 11:59 p.m. on October 2nd. So that's the quiz procedure. All right, so in the next segment I will talk about the other part of the weekly modules, which is your pick a task assignment.